Are you a member of your local airline royalty program? I am, because I fly so often, I'm a 2 million miler with Platinum for Life status. You might think I'm showing off, but you won't be that impressed when you see what the airline's loyalty program gives me for that level of commitment to them. I get the ability to reserve exit rows, and I appreciate that. I get a second free checked bag, but since I never check bags, this means nothing to me. I get boarding status with Group 2. That means I've earned the honor of getting on the plane after concierge key, first class passengers, business class passengers, families with small children, passengers needing extra assistance, military personnel in uniform, and Group 1 passengers are already comfortably seated with their bags stowed. And I get occasional upgrades. I mainly get these when I'm flying between minor markets, Head Cheese, Alabama to Sphincter, Wyoming, for example. Unlike George Clooney's character in Up in the Air, on my 1 million and 2 million mile flights, I was rewarded with, wait for it, nothing. No thank you for flying with us, no free champagne, no balloons, no confetti, no complimentary upgrade, no nothing. Last year, good friends gifted me a subscription to an online winery. They put some money in the account, which I continued to add to, and we'd receive monthly deliveries. One day, I received a coupon for $100 off of wine from this same company. But when I tried to type the code into my account, I was told it was for new customers only. In response, I pointed out how much we'd spent with them, to which they said, no. Then I suggested even canceling my subscription and starting a new one with the code. No dice to that either. That was the last time I ever did business with them. How much more productive would loyalty programs be if companies simply realized that the way to keep their customers loyal is to demonstrate that the brand is loyal to the customer? It should be obvious, but somehow they either forgot or they never cared. Although this is a big problem, there is a simple, proven solution. Want to know how to solve this problem for your business? I recently did a Q&A after a keynote speech where I answered this very question. Just keep watching, and I'm going to link to that video.
A loyalty program should not be the customer being loyal to the company, but the company being loyal to the customer. That's exactly right. The number one tip is ask your customer what they want, and then think about how to provide it. I'll give you an example, if I may. My wife is a strict vegetarian. My daughter is a strict vegan. I'm a little more flexible. But that means that we have to find restaurants that can accommodate them. Now, we were in tourist towns in Bruges or in Ghent, where most of the economy there, it seems to me, is tourism. And so restaurants dealt with it three different ways. There was the I don't care about you way, which is nothing on the menu is vegan or vegetarian. If we'd ask the proprietor, hey, do you have anything? And they would say no. Okay, that's one end. Then you had the middle end. That's the one where we don't really care about you, but we want your money. So they would either put a V next to some of the dishes, or they would say vegetarian dishes. You know what they were? Linguine with vegetables, because that's linguine with something else that we just took out to something else. Or vegetarian pizza, because that's pizza, except we took off the other thing. And and risotto. If you have those three things, you don't care, but you're trying to make believe you care. And then some restaurants had wonderful foods that happened to be vegan or vegetarian, which means they could eat them, I could eat them, you could eat them, we could all enjoy them. But what did that say? It said, we want you here. You see signs that say halal or kosher or we have gluten-free or whatever, depending on who your customer is. Clearly, they asked, but more importantly, they paid attention to the answers. Because if they would have asked the first answer, what do you want as a vegetarian? I want food without meat in it. Okay, here's linguine with vegetables. What do you really want? Oh, I want stuff that's as good as what everyone else is eating. I want the chef to do right. That's how you do it. Ask your customers, listen to them, and then delight them.
Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank
It was
you,
a pleasure.
Susan.